Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. You know business, me not care if them screw face, wow. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me not care if them no worried. They hear me fun too much, too much, whoa. Them not like me not like them. Them not rate me. Me and them no friend. Me don't see you care the whole of them are eating. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business.
Me no business, me no care if them screw face. It's Friday. It's the weekend, guys. Good morning, 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 good morning. Good morning to all my beautiful, loving, wonderful Guyanese people. Yeah, to all of my beautiful, wonderful Guyanese. You done this Friday, definitely on the 28th of March. Yep, definitely. We're soon out of March. Is right? Yeah, We're soon out of March. You got like 3 more days. And then we drop in the 1st of April, which is All Fool's Day, April 1st. So you don't know, some people is going to get fooled. You know what I mean? Shit, I ain't even watching good what already doing. Focus. Focus, bad bro. You know, you got a whole of focus. Yeah, once again, shout out to everybody that are definitely checking in on the ones and threes. Guys, we got so much thing to talk about today. It's Friday, so we might stretch the program a little longer. You know what I mean? Yes, I went live last night because I was boring, for a bit. But definitely we here at our regular program. Let's start the things morning talk show that we got here definitely. So we're gonna run back the stuff that definitely we was watching last night. And as you guys could see the thumbnail and the title, definitely, yeah. Oh shit, this is what you got there. I forget to put the S. Shit. And it is what it is. Anyway, every day in the building, big up everybody that checking in on the ones and threes. As you guys definitely check in, please give the video a thumbs up, guys. Please give the video a thumbs up. Yeah, please like up the video. Please like up the live, guys. That's all we asking you guys to do. We want nothing more right now. Unless y'all sending y'all super chat, super thanks, super stickers. We're up and running. You guys could join the membership. Also, guys, be a part of the membership. Also, I'm begging you. So once again, big up to everybody that's checking in. Welcome down, welcome down. All right, we're gonna kick it off with first. Okay, the press conference. You wanna kick it off back with the press conference because I'm going on is that I wanna listen carefully what you know the big man from the US has to say. Yeah, once again, I want to say good morning to everybody that definitely logging in, checking in. You know what I mean? I know how it is already. You know how what's up. Yeah, man, it's definitely it's Friday and we happy, we joyful, we definitely splendid. You know what I mean? We wake up definitely with the joy and the splendidness of the Almighty Father God. You know what I mean? And before I kick off the show and go any further, to my brothers and sisters out there, no matter what you may be going through in life, remember, no matter what you may be going through in life, you know what I mean? Don't forget to call on God. Don't forget to take your problems, your situation, your frustration, your frustration to God. Okay? Take it to Almighty Father God, man. That's how we're doing it. You know what I mean? Mado, welcome down, my brother. Hope everything is okay upon your ends, like I said, it's the weekend, you know? Yes, in everything you do, implicate God in it. I could tell you the wonderful things He have done for me. You know what I mean? And I do believe that there is a creator of heaven and earth, of us human being, you know what I mean? And He is the creator, you know what I mean? Almighty God, you know? Yes. So I want to say blessed morning to everybody, you know what I mean? Once you wake up this morning and you're talking, you're breathing properly, you're moving, you know what I mean? You're doing all of these stuff, give thanks. You know what I mean? Because you could have been in a different situation, a more worse situation than we are in today. And even to those persons that is in worse situation, God don't give a man more than he could bear. I always remember though. You know what I mean? God do not give a man more than he could bear. So you know we're doing it already. So guys, let's jump into this press conference with the secretary. Yeah, the is the Secretary of State. Definitely, let's hear what's going on. Cause he's in the country. He's visiting some. He's visiting some Caribbean countries. Definitely, because you guys know that they have some countries that is on the ban list. But what happened? This dude is going around, try to fix things, let them know where here we're going on. This is what the US want. If you want to be a part of the US, if you want to enter the US, where visit without a hassle, without a stress, without fatigue, these are the measurements that we need you guys to take and we need you guys to abide with. Because we all know that the Senator of State definitely, you know how it goes. This is a man working for the President of America, Donald Trump. A man who like money bad. So you can't really leave the out. These guys, Donald Trump, definitely set his way, set his stuff because he got to capitalize, right? He got to capitalize on everybody that he see as an asset. And you guys know Guyana with the oil and the situation, you know what I mean? Right now we rich and don't feel these guys or these guys are not watching in on us. These guys got them eyes on us. I'm telling you no lie. These guys got the eyes on us. You see it, man? You see me? Yeah, man. Madu, big up yourself. I know you could testify to what I'm saying, man. Yeah, buddy. Who feels it knows it, you know. Remember, who feels it knows it at the end of the day. You see it, man? So No matter where you're going through in life, no man upstairs there. It mightn't happen right away, but it will happen. So okay, now let me jump into the video. Get to hear what's going on with the press conference as we build. We got 7 persons on the live so far, guys. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please like up the video. I'm asking you guys, all right? Okay, let's jump into this, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in standing as we acknowledge the arrival of His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali and Secretary of State, U.S., Marco Rubio. Please remain standing. You may be seated. You will be witnessing the signing of an MOU between Guyana and the United States this morning. I now invite the Ministry of Foreign Affairs representative, Mrs. Peggy McLennan, to give an overview.
Thank you, Marcia. Your Excellency, Mr. President, members of Cabinet, ladies and gentlemen, today, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Hugh Hilton Todd, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio are signing a memorandum of understanding between our 2 countries to deepen security cooperation and address regional challenges, including countering narcotics trafficking and transnational organized crime. Under this mechanism, Guyana and the United States will strengthen information sharing, synthetic drug detection, transnational organized crime investigations and prosecutions, and military-to-military cooperation.
Thank you very much. We now have the signing between the 2 nations. Thank you very much. And now invite His Excellency to address us.
Good afternoon, all. Secretary Rubio, you're no stranger to Guyana. Secretary Rubio has been and continues to be a strong advocate for Guyana's development, democracy, and peace. He has consistently demonstrated his personal commitment to the international rule of law, democracy, and security. Guyana and the United States share a long bond of friendship and partnership. Indeed, the best of partnership are those built on shared values, mutual trust, and a commitment to the rule of law and international order. This is what underpins our bilateral relationship and friendship. The United States is our trusted partner as we continue to build a stable, secure, and democratic society here. This visit has allowed us to consolidate our bilateral agenda, defining policies and outlining clear intentions in areas of security, trade, energy, investments, infrastructure, democracy, regional peace and stability, human capital deployment and development. I'm very pleased at the reassurance of the U.S. in ensuring the safeguard of our territorial integrity and sovereignty. Our partnership and joint commitment to the safeguard of this region from every disruptive force is key to the maintenance of democracy and adherence to the rule of law. The threats from Venezuela were specifically discussed. Their blatant violation of the ICJ order.
Excuse me, guys, with the speed up with the. I gotta speed it up a little, because what happened is that I'm getting a copyright law every time after the live finish, when it should be up there making money. They literally is like cut me off of monetization with my videos. I don't know if it's because it's running on the normal pace. So what I learned is that if I give it a little speed, it should be much better, Yeah.
And Argyle Declaration. Our joint commitment in enhanced partnership in combating transnational crime, inclusive of narco-trafficking, human trafficking, money laundering, and all forms of smuggling, is reflected in the enhanced MOU signed today. We have reassured our partner that we will continue to ensure all international and local labor laws are adhered to in the hiring of regional and international labor. Further, with our expanding healthcare system and critical shortage of human capital, we will explore areas of collaboration in filling existing gaps. We were able to identify key infrastructure that are also critical to regional development as possible areas for investment and development. We have committed to working closely together on the deployment of our energy potential, ensuring greater integration, value creation, and regional energy security, food security, and enhanced trade through joint initiatives to remove hurdles and expand existing areas of interest is key for both countries. I'm confident that the outcome of this visit has further aligned our policy agendas, shared commitment, and partnership that will see enormous benefits for our two countries and the region. Let me once again thank Secretary Rubio for his personal commitment and that of the U.S. government to Guyana and this region in general. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. And we've been working together and interacting for some time during my time in the Senate. But I told him I wanted to wait until I was Secretary of State to visit, and so here I am. And I didn't know that was going to happen, but I'm grateful for this visit and for the warm welcome we've received. And it's an exciting time to be here. I think, and to the people of Guyana, thank you for welcoming us. I hope you fully appreciate and understand this is one of the most exciting places in the world to be right now, because you have the opportunity at this moment to transform this country for generations. And we want to be your partner. We want to be your partner in making that possible. We think it's a mutual benefit to see that happen. I get to visit in this job, already have a number of countries in the 9 weeks. I've only been on the job for 9 weeks, so let the record reflect, after 9 weeks was one of my first visits here that I've taken abroad. But we get to visit a lot of countries, and when you visit, you have some countries, unfortunately, are facing tremendous challenges, and they're just looking to stabilize. Other countries are looking to improve and make progress. This country has an opportunity to transform. And that's rare in the history of nations, to have an opportunity for transformative change. And what I mean by transformative change is not simply oil and gas fields. And that's very important. Natural resources are critical, but that is just the basic ingredient that allows prosperity to happen. One of the topics that's talked about all over the world today is data centers and the digitization of the economies, artificial intelligence. Do you know what you need in order to do that? You need to have really good scientists and engineers and technicians that know how to run it. But the most important thing you need to be a dominant presence in the world in data centers and artificial intelligence is reliable and affordable energy. That's just one example, among many others. You have an opportunity to expand in a responsible way agriculture production, not just for the needs of your population, but for the region. And to do it in a way that safeguards the beauty and the natural environment that's pristine. You have an opportunity to expand in issues of ecotourism. I'm not a big fan of ecotourism. I'm not against ecotourism. I'm not an ecotourist. I like staying at hotels. I'll do it. Maybe I'll go somewhere. But there are people that love this stuff. They love it. And you have an opportunity to do that in an incredibly responsible way. I'm just touching on a few things, but that are opportunities before you. And that shared prosperity for your country that will come as a result of that is transformative. The lives of your children, the lives of your grandchildren, your lives are going to look very different in 5 to 10 years under this leadership and under this vision as it continues. And we just want to be a partner. Why do we want to be a partner? Just to be frank. Why does the United States care about? Number one, we care about it because we think it creates a level of stability in the region which we share. Not just stability here, stability for your neighbors, because we believe prosperity can become contagious. Just like instability can become contagious, stability and prosperity can become contagious. It won't just help you, it will help all of your neighboring partners in the Caribbean basin and the region writ large. And we think that ultimately makes life in America safer and more prosperous as well. And so we want to look for every opportunity possible to partner with you. But the basic element of any of this, the basic element of progress and transformation and prosperity is always security. So number one, we want to make sure that some of the tragic regional problems that exist with crime, transnational crime, we have a huge problem in the world right now with organized gangs and narco-traffickers that destabilize societies. We want to make sure that never reaches here. And that's why today's MOU and the work we'll do together is designed not to stop it, but to prevent it from ever taking root, from ever finding its way here. Because unfortunately, sometimes crime is attracted by prosperity and targets prosperity. And the other are regional threats. The regional threats based on illegitimate territorial claims by a narco-trafficking regime. And I want to be frank, and I've said this during my time as a senator, and I have full confidence in saying it now as a Secretary of State. There will be consequences for adventurism. There will be consequences for aggressive actions. And that's why our partnership in that regard will be important. That is not what we want to be a feature of our relationship, but it is a necessity of our relationship because you have a very difficult challenge on your hands with a dictator that's making illegitimate territorial claims. So you have our full commitment and support. Today we're demonstrating it both in tangible ways, and we're going to look for ways to make it long-term and sustainable ways, to make abundantly clear that we are invested, both as a nation and from our people, in being your partner in transformation and in prosperity. And we will not allow illegitimate territorial claims to be an impediment to your dreams and to your right to develop this country into a symbol that I hope will inspire others to follow the example you set, Mr. President. So thank you. Thank you for the chance to be with you.
Thank you very much, Excellency and Secretary Rubio. Members of the media, in the interest of time, we will accommodate 4 questions. We will feed 2 questions from the local media and 2 from our visiting media. I recognize Stabrook News from the local media as well as Mr. Campbell from the local media. From the visiting media, okay, you represent, good, great. And all right, we'll start with Marcel from Stabrook News.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Marcel Thomas from the Stabrook News. You just spoke of consequences for aggressive actions and that the U.S. is Guyana's partner. Given Venezuela's unprovoked aggression towards Guyana, I want to know if your country would stand by Guyana militarily if Venezuela were to attack this country, and what would be the U.S.'s response should Venezuela attack U.S. oil major ExxonMobil, which is operating in Guyana's waters?
It would be a very bad day for the Venezuelan regime if they were to attack Guyana or attack ExxonMobil or anything like it. It would be a very bad day, a very bad week for them, and it would not end well for them. I'm not going to get into details of what we'll do. We're not big on those kinds of threats. I think everybody understands, and I want it to be clear. We've made this clear repeatedly. I think the U.S. Navy today is making it clear and demonstrating our ability to. We have a big Navy, and it can get almost anywhere. It can get anywhere in the world. We have commitments that exist today with Guyana. We want to build on those, expand on those, and we'll leave it for the appropriate time. But suffice it to say that if that regime were to do something such as that, it would be a very bad move. It would be a big mistake for them.
There's a part of the press conference that I really like, and I really appreciate the female that asked him that question because, at the end of the day, I'm going to pause it for a bit. At the end of the day, my biggest concern was the Venezuela Navy or soldiers or whoever bullying their way, on Guyana territory, soil, you understand, and saying that Ecretary is their own and all of these foolishness. So at the end of the day, I used to be wondering, if these one of them decide to run in Ponwe, because if you had never saw Venezuelan soldiers. These dudes are ruthless. Yes, right? These dudes are ruthless. Guyana soldiers in there no way next to these dudes. I know what I'm telling you.
Now invite from our visiting media. Please remember to identify yourself in the media house you represent.
Hi, thank you. Hello, Mr. Secretary. Hello, Mr. President. Thank you for taking questions from us. We appreciate it. Humayra Pamuk from Reuters. Mr. Secretary, a Turkish student in Boston was detained and handcuffed on the street by plainclothes agents. A year ago, she wrote an opinion piece about the Gaza war. Could you help us understand what the specific action she took led to her visa being revoked.
Yeah,
And
well-
what was your State Department's role in that process? Can
Oh,
I-
we revoked her visa. It's an F1 visa, I believe. We revoked it, and here's why. And I'll say it again. I said it everywhere. Let me be abundantly clear. Okay, if you go apply for a visa right now, anywhere in the world, let me just send this message out. If you apply for a visa to enter the United States and be a student, and you tell us that the reason why you're coming to the United States is not just because you want to write op-eds, but because you want to participate in movements that are involved in doing things like vandalizing universities, harassing students, taking over buildings, creating a ruckus, we're not going to give you a visa. If you lie to us and get a visa and then enter the United States and with that visa participate in that sort of activity, we're going to take away your visa. And once you've lost your visa, you're no longer legally in the United States, and we have a right, like every country in the world has a right, to remove you from our country. So it's just that simple. I think it's crazy. I think it's stupid for any country in the world to welcome people into their country that are going to go to your universities as visitors. They're visitors. And say, I'm going to your universities to start a riot. I'm going to your universities to take over a library and harass people. I don't care what movement you're involved in. Why would any country in the world allow people to come and disrupt? We gave you a visa to come and study and get a degree, not to become a social activist that tears up our university campuses. And if we've given you a visa and then you decide to do that, we're going to take it away. I encourage every country to do that, by the way, because I think it's crazy to invite students into your country that are coming onto your campus and destabilizing it. We're just not going to have it. So we'll revoke your visa, and once your visa is revoked, you're illegally in the country and you have to leave. Every country in the world has a right to decide who comes in as a visitor and who doesn't. If you invite me into your home because you say, I want to come to your house for dinner, and I go to your house and I start putting mud on your couch and spray painting your kitchen, I bet you're going to kick me out. But we're going to do the same thing if you come into the United States as a visitor and create a ruckus for us. We don't want it. We don't want it in our country. Go back and do it in your country. But you're not going to do it in our country. Sure. Just tell me your follow-up, and I'll tell everyone.
No follow-up to this time, sir.
I'll answer it or not.
All right, I now invite our Guyanese
Can
representative.
I get a follow-up real quick? Go ahead. Maybe more. Might be more than 300 at this point. We do it every day. Every time I find one of these lunatics, I take away their visa.
You're saying it could be more than 300
Sure,
visas?
I hope. At some point, I hope we run out because we've gotten rid of all of them. But we're looking every day for these lunatics that are tearing things up. And by the way, we want to get rid of gang members too. So Venezuela sent us a bunch of gang members. I'm sure you've heard of Dane Agua, Mr. President. Terrible gang, vicious gang. They flooded in our... Yesterday, just so everybody knows, yesterday, one of these gang members who was involved in New York City and attacking a police officer was deported back to Venezuela because they're now taking flights again, because of some strong measures we've taken. And this guy lands. This guy's a guy that attacked a police officer in New York City and laughed about it in court with a smirk on his face. When he gets off the plane in Venezuela, he's welcomed by this character named Diosdado Cabello. I don't know if you've heard of this guy. Yeah. And he welcomes in hugging the guy. So does anybody have any doubt that these people are pushing these people into the United States to destabilize us in the region? So yeah, we're looking for people like this, and we want to get them out of the United States. Absolutely.
Thank you. We'll now feed a question from Guyana.
Thank you. Kurt Campbell, Newsroom. President Ali, you've already spoken about how President Trump's tariff plans for China ships could affect regional trade. I just wanted to know if in your trade talks today, if that issue was specifically discussed
yes.
For Secretary of State Rubio.
I can tell you. Oh, you're asking him. I'm sorry.
It's for both of you. What assurances can you give Guyana and this hemisphere in terms of stemming indirect consequences?
Yes. Well, look, the goal the president has in doing so is we need to have an ability to build ships in this world that don't just come from China. Okay, I think it's just dangerous to have one country in the world building all the ships. I assure you that, and we don't want a war, but I mean, they're not going to build ships for us if we get in trouble, right? So we need to have alternatives to Chinese shipping. We're trying to create a market and a demand for alternatives to Chinese shipping construction. And I'm the first one to admit that the United States made a terrible mistake when we deindustrialized and we allowed all these industries to leave our country and go to other places. Now we're paying the consequences, but we have to fix it. So I do believe, I can't speak, the trade portfolio does not belong to the Department of State, but I do believe that we will take this back because we've heard this not just here, Mr. President, we've heard it throughout our visits here in the Caribbean, and we're going to take it back and explain to those who are in charge of trade policy that there are some implications to applying it to certain nations who are partners and who are seeking to develop their economies in ways that I think serve the national interest of the United States, not to mention the national interest of our partner nations, and see what can happen. So I can't make a commitment to those exams because that's not something we handle at the Department of State. What I can commit to is that I will most certainly raise this issue as a recurring issue in multiple places, that it would have a real detrimental effect on economic development. Maybe in 10 years it won't be an issue because there's been some diversification, maybe in 5. But right now it would be problematic. That message I'll take back to Washington and to my colleagues that are handling the trade portfolio, and we'll see how the President decides to proceed. But rest assured, we will take that message back.
Yeah, just to echo the sentiments that, yes, we did discuss it, and the region would have raised it also. But the Secretary Rubio, as he said, would take this back and to see whether there can be any special initiative for the region, given our specific circumstances. But let me say also that we have a responsibility to our friends. The U.S. is a great friend of ours. The U.S. would have made it very clear that they are ready to stand by us in our development, in our economic expansion, in our security, and in our defense. And I would say very boldly that such friends must have some different and preferential treatment. Because a friend who will defend me when I need a friend to defend me must be a friend that enjoys some special place in our heart and in our country, and that will be the case. Thank you.
And the friend gonna be getting money, nice money. Cause y'all don't know that. Yeah, you know, the US is not only doing this just for free, but they're doing this to get something, you know what I mean? And definitely upon the whole situation with you know what I mean, this dude letting them know about the Venezuela situation. Like I said, let me go back to Venezuela situation. I'm definitely glad that we're getting help from the US for these guys. I'm not gonna tell no lie. For instance, you guys could drop your comment in the comment section. You guys know for a fact that Guyana does not have that heavy backings with our military in case if Venezuelans try to run in on our territory. You understand? You see me? If they decide to run in on our territorial grounds, you know, and that's a big concern that basically was on my mind. I used to be like that scared because for those persons who don't know, they have been people getting killed at the border. You know what I mean? Separating Guyana and Venezuela or wherever it's the case, you know what I mean? A lot of times these Venezuela gunmen would come over and create mass murder, kill people and all these kind of things. It been happening, you know what I mean? And it's because they know for themselves that Guyana doesn't have that full, you know what I mean? We soldiers, them bad, but them are so bad. I'm going to be playing with you guys because remember now, the Guyana Defense Force, these soldiers in the Guyana Defense Force, don't go upon no war. Who we really going on war? You know what I mean? Who we going on war? Like the other day when we hear the Prime Minister send some soldiers from Jamaica to go and fight in the Haiti, in the Haiti war where they had. And some of the Jamaicans, them citizens was like, what really are they doing? You know what I mean? Them man can't battle because them man know the war in Haiti, them man sad. But it's to show you, I never hear no soldier from Guyana ever left the country for go and fight war. No way. It wouldn't even be it wouldn't be a good idea. Because we Guyana Defense Force, yeah, we know for shoot normal, yeah, they know for do them thing, but for go out there in the world, the sad world, where you see Iran and Russia and these man warring the world. I'm telling you, Guyana soldiers, them is not equipped, so to see that definitely they're getting help from the US is a good look, and then definitely the senator, you know what I mean, definitely making it clear, letting them know that the US is going to be definitely doing what they got to do for make sure Guyana look wonderful, come true good and all these things. Let's see what's going on here.
Just quickly, illegal migration was also listed as a topic of discussion. Could you say what are the expectations from Guyana in this regard and any discussions on third country deportation?
Well, we want to work with you on that. I think that's a problem for you as well. I mean, obviously, because of a combination of your growing economy, labor needs, and your geography, you've been a place where a lot of people have come in. And I think you want it to be the right people, right? So I think if we have information that someone has entered your country who has bad intentions, we want to be able to share that with your government because you don't want that. You don't want those, you know, if we have information on a Trinidad gang member from Venezuela, we want to make sure that we have collaboration and we're sharing that information. If we have information that some narco trafficker is taking up shop here and has decided to try to turn this into a base of operation, which can lead to violence and warfare here, gang warfare, we want to be able to share that with you. We want to prevent these problems from happening. So from the perspective of Guyana, which is not a source country of migration to the United States per se, illegal migration, but it is a country that receives, unfortunately, you know, you're getting a lot of people. And not everybody that comes here, I mean, most people are probably here to work hard and so forth, but not everyone. So if we have information that someone is in your country that we know is a bad person, we want to be able to share it with you. We want to be able to share it with you very quickly. So that sort of information sharing has to be a cornerstone of this security agreement that we've signed today and want to continue to expand upon.
Well, definitely that. Yeah, man, with what he's just saying. I love it, I love it, I love it. Yeah, man, we got 17 persons, 16 to 17 persons on the panel right now, guys. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please like up the video, guys. That's what we asking you for. Please like the video up. That was the U.S. You know what I mean? Let's talk about this. My boy said, we, our military, don't have the. Okay. Well, you got a point with that, you know. You definitely got a point with that, with what you're saying. And this was a saying, my brother. You know what I mean? I'm not tearing down our military force, but definitely I know for a fact that no, you know what I mean? Yeah. Venezuela, definitely these guys are more equipped with more weapon. Remember Venezuela got jets, you know me, war jet and all these things Venezuela got. So it's not like, you know, Venezuela is no little walkover or anything like that. You know, Venezuela heavy. But, you know, they only heavy up to a point, and to see that how we're getting that support from the US is something good. You know what I mean? But you got a point with where they're saying for real. You know what I mean? They don't have to engage in military. Yeah, man. You see it? But it is what it is, because I definitely glad to see that, you know, we're getting help. No joke, no joke. We're getting help, and it's a good look. Kyle says, on the Guyana Defense Force and the United States Navy conducted a joint exercise offshore Guyana. The United States Embassy in Georgetown has announced, you know what I mean, the U.S. Navy cruiser USS Nomorand and the Guyana Defense Force pilot vessel, you know what I mean, Shudder, are conducting joint exercise in the national waters and within the Guyana exclusive waters. So you don't know what's going on. The Guyana Defense Force and the Navy link up. And these guys are doing such a tremendous job at this said moment. You know what I mean? Exclusive economic zone to exercise. Yes, right, man. Communications and interpurable. The price join. Okay. The embassy said, okay, well, yeah, man. It's a good look. It's a good look. I ain't gonna tell no lie. It's a good look to see that we're definitely getting a help in hand, because, yeah, we need it. We need it. We need it, guys. Please like up the live, guys. Please like the live up. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. Give the video a like up. You know what I mean? As we continue, now it's 42 minutes after the hour of 8. Wow, time is really fly. Time is really fly. I tell you, time don't wait on nobody. Nobody time don't wait on. Nobody. Yeah, well, as we continue, Now I see this story here, so definitely traversing, and I gotta bring it to the forefront of the table upon what's going on here. Now you guys know the whole right now with the election definitely nearing or drawing near. Tensions are so much in the air between supporters from each parties, whether it's AFC, APNU, Mohammed, PPP, PNC, whoever. Tension, and we normally see this every time when election is around the corner. It's not nothing new. It's not nothing surprising. But I saw this here upon credible source, whereby it said tension flares at number 43 village as PPP activist Indoro, assaulted a PNC supporter. Excitement, heated confrontation unfold at number 43 village quarantine on Wednesday. As tension escalated between supporters of the ruling People Progressive Party and those backing businessman Mohammed during a engagement with residents. This is crazy, they started it. The altercation took a dramatic turn when well-known PPP activist Indora physically attacked a PNC activist, Terrence Moore. Indora she claimed she was assaulted first during to Terrence Moore, temporary detention by the police. Okay. However, the video evidence later surfaced showing that Enduro was the aggressor upon reviewing the footage. So she basically was lying that this person did her something when it's a lie. According to recent Region 6, where government supporters attempted to dispute another of Mohammed community meetings, a growing pride. Good. But let me see this video here. So basically it's a whole session went down. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. You know what I mean? And this is crazy. You know what I mean? This is why ICE can't really be a part of political dispute like this. Me wasting me time, I am not gonna waste my time to go out and fighting like this for no party. I don't business. Even if it's a sport that I support in. You understand? Even if it's a sport that I support in. Me going and fight for these team and literally cuss and chop up and joke up and shoot up for these team. So I'm not doing that for no party. Whether it's PPP, PNC, APNU, AFC, whether it's whatever party in place, whatever party in place, I am not doing it. And this is something that I don't understand what is wrong with some people. Why we's got to take it so far? Why do we have to take it so far? Whereby we want to fight, we want to cuss out, we want to injure each other, harm each other for what? And these big boys that is there in the seat, there in the high chair, sit down, cock up. Yeah, I don't even know if these parties is linked with one another and have conversations, have a reasoning with each other. Yeah, I don't know though. But people are quick for start cussing, fighting, and behaving like jackass. You understand? It's a shame. It's a real shame to see this. And then she lying, Indora lying and saying that she was assaulted first. But when camera footage popped up, it shows clearly that she is the aggressor. You know what I mean, brothers and sisters? We as Guyanese people don't have to let this thing go to this level. And then people start saying racialism and all these things. That is the first thing, a lot of persons are saying that the PPP government is a racial government. But sometimes Jack Dio ain't racial because we see you got black people inside the party. Sometimes Infinity ain't racial. But it's these supporters is make it look like if the PPP is a racial government. Because I know the amount of black people working for PPP, and if they was racial, because this what racial is. Despite whatever, they still have black Negro, and Negro Guyanese are working for the PPP government. So I don't feel if them racial, they're racial to the extent because they want to got no black working for them. No black Negro would have ever dare wrong the PPP businesses. But is the followers, the supporters, is what make it look like if, is a racism war, is a racism feud. Like, come on, bro. We is all one. Every one of we. There's 6 races in this country, and all of we is one. Because when you cut any one of we skin, you ain't seen purple blood, you ain't seen pink blood, you ain't seen yellow blood. It's red. One color blood. We is not alien, the whole of we is human being. So why we can't unite as one? Why it can't be one nation, one people, one destiny? Why it can't be though? Why it have to be the division? We got to bond this division. You know what I mean? We got to bond this division, and you know what I mean? And talking about racial, you know what I mean? On a different level, like to me, 15, 20 years ago, you might used to see Indian parents telling their daughters or their son not to be with Negro Guyanese. Yes, they used to got that. Because if it's one thing I know, Amerindian and Indian descents are too serious race when it comes to choosing for their kids. You know what I mean? Not like how you would see a blacker one really got problem if your son or daughter coming with a white Amerindian or an Indian person that they like. You won't find it with a blacker. We don't really got time for tell we cheering them, hey, me want you there with a coolie girl. Me want you there with an Amerindian girl. Me want you there with a white girl. No, we don't believe in that because we see that as racism, right? We see that as a racism game, like you're playing, you're racial. Real talk. I would never tell me that though. Me want to see with a white boy, or me want to see with an Amerindian, or me want to see with a Indian. No, whoever you like, that's it is how I know it. This thing don't have nothing to do with color or creed or race. If you love, it's all about love. If you love this person genuinely, that is what you're dealing with. Me ain't got time with race. Me ain't got time with color. You understand? Me ain't got time with race or color, because your own black is mess you up. Your own white is do the same thing. Your own Amerindian is do. Everybody that, whoever is black, coolie, Indian, Chinese, could tell you that during their relationship, during their life, they was hurt by their people. So it's not like if this particular race better than this one, black better than coolie, or Amerindian better than white. No, everybody is the same. It's the same strategic strategy. You just go down, your heart is get broken, or you find some friends who fuck up in life, or you got families with some asshole. Yeah, all of we find it. But in the Amerindian world, it's different. In the Indian world, it's different. They don't really want their children take nobody from the outside to bring in. They just want them, they know, they keep it in the community. And this time that we're living in is a total different time. This is not like back in them days. This is not like back in them days. It's different, because why you see Amerindian woman with a black man. Black man, they all over. Or you see a white man with a black woman. Or you see an Amerindian man with a coolie girl. Or you see an Amerindian man with a Chinese woman. It's a different time we're living in today. It's a different time. Back in them days, you used to see whereby parents, and in these times, it's a big story happening, because when the Indian parents telling them daughter, yo, me, why you with a black man, or whatever, it's trouble if you, all right, wrong, you I gonna play like if me in there with nobody, and I gonna sneak out and go and get my black wood, I gonna sneak out and get my black loving, or whatever is the case, or you see it with the same thing. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm me saying they don't have Negro parents that are racial, or don't want them sharing with white, coolie, or any other race. They do have some of them, but you don't find it so much. I'm not gonna be like they don't have Negro people that is behave like that they do. And I hate though. I don't know about you chat, those persons that's in the chat. I don't know about you guys. But I see that as racial. If I tell him my daughter, I don't want her with a Negro. I don't want her with an Amerindian, a Negro, a white, a Indian. That's racial to me. Because I've been with Amerindian, Negro. The only woman I never been with is a white woman. I've been with a Chinese. So I know what's going on. Yes, right, man, but it's racial. So at the end of the day, we don't want the inside. We want bond that. The racial shit need for bond. You know what I mean? That racial shit need to bond. I'm not gonna tell no lie, guys. You understand? Yeah. So let's definitely continue. Shout out to my boy Mado. Yeah, man, real thing, bro. You got kids? How much of you guys on the live right now have kids? You know what I mean? How much of you on the live have kids? You know what I mean? I'm a grandfather. I know I'm still young, but I'm a grandfather. You understand? I agree with, yeah, man. Straight up. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Remember, obviously, we talk facts. We don't talk fiction. It's facts we talk. You understand? We live in a society a day like today. You will see people with all. Look, yesterday, day before yesterday, I take my son and my daughter at the playground, at the play park. and I see a white guy with a Negro woman showed up. Yeah, I know you are wondering a cold Guinness. It's Friday, buddy. I mean, yeah, one Guinness with some Red Bull. It's Friday, so you don't know I got for my sugar all right, yeah. You know? Yeah, but like I say, I see a white man with a black girl, and I was like, that shit has got me like surprised. Like, a lot of surprises look kind of weird, but I just love it. And I said, look how life is a day like today. You're seeing different race with different race. First time you're seeing strictly white people with white people, strictly black people with black people, strictly Indian with Indian, strictly, you know what I mean? Amerindian with Amerindian. Not no, you don't find it now. People blending and mixing because people want to get a taste of other people. People fed up of those scum, man. All my days of my life is black man I dealing with. All the days of my life is black woman I dealing with. All the days of my life is white man I dealing with, white woman. All my days is Amerindian man. Amerindian. I want to feel how a black person, I want to feel how a white person. These are the things that run through these people in head and say, yo, you know something? Like if a next race, I try. You know the guy saying in Ghana, the man is out to take a buck and change your luck. With the white people with them, they say once you go black, there's no going back. I have 2 girls and 5 grandchildren. You see that? You see that? And Madhu, you're a Negro person, right? You're a Negro descent. And I know for a fact, you would never tell none of your kids them that you don't want them around no other race. Because let me put aside relationship. What about friend? They got some parents is trying to neglect the children from even having different races of friend. That's a racial family. That's a person that is racial. And that's very harmful for being a parent to your kids, bro. You have to give your kids the opportunity to know people, to figure out how life is, to be open-minded, to not be racial, to not be antisocial. You must be socialized. Well, you know what I mean? Don't socialize too much, but still at the end of the day, socialize a bit. Socialize a bit, because at the end of the day, that's how it goes. You can't just want for be locked up, locked away, frightened to talk to this person, frightened for deal with this. Come on, that shit is dumb. Some dumb shit. Yeah, bro, that is crazy. Yes, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Give the video a thumbs up, guys. You guys know what's up. Give the video a thumbs up. You know what I mean? Okay, let me get this. I saw this video. That's crazy. You see though, you mix, and your child and your wife is an Amerindian Guyanese. You see that? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That is it. You know what I mean? That is it. All right, cool. Now I want to have a discussion about this video here. Okay, guys. As you guys could see the caption, definitely as it says, as we move along, we're not gonna be sticking on one thing all the time. We got a couple of stuff to run through. As you guys could see, she's 26 with 7 kids and looking for a man to take care of her. Now, this is having the craziest sparks right now on social media, guys. So we got to talk about it. You know what I mean? We're not going to only speak about what's going on in Guyana, you know, on the live. You know, we're going to be talking about different stuff and so forth also. Oh, Afro-Guyanese. African Guyanese. Sorry, I didn't see good. Sorry. My bad. Oh, you mix. What do you mix with? Amerindian or Indian? What do you mix with? All right, guys. So we talk about this topic here quick and fast. Cause you know, go Justin. We gotta jump out. Yeah, we run the topic with that. Then we got a money laundry. We gotta run also. Okay. So I saw this video. Yes, I saw this video on the internet, and it really, you know, left me baffled because I have a daughter that is 21. She's gonna be 22 this year. Okay, you mix it African, Indian, Portuguese, and Chinese. Man, there's a serious piece of mix there, my brother. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. You understand? All right, let's continue. Yeah, my daughter is 22. She's gonna be 22 this year. Here, she's 21. You know what I mean? And she only have one child. Now, this is something that has hurt me for know that you're only 26. You're only 26 and you have 7 kids. Wait a minute. This got something in right here, so. Now this is what I try to figure out with these young girls of today. This is what I try to figure out. Now you got 7 kids at the age of 26. So at on your second child that you had, you couldn't see it fit for ladies, dudes use a condom. You couldn't see it fit for you to drink some tablet, you know. So I forget is what the tablet name, to prevent you from getting kids. I don't really understand what's really going on with these young generation of today. And I swear, the 7 kids with mostly 7 baby daddies or 5 baby daddies or something like that. Now, she made a video whereby she said that she has 7 kids and looking for a man to take care of her. And you know, this is sparking a very big issue right now on the internet. It's crazy on the internet. She is getting backlash, side lash, front lash, top lash, bottom lash, all around lash. She getting lash to her face, head, foot, neck. They are literally eating her up. So she came again and she made it clear to let them know that she never said that she want her kids to be taken care of. She want her to be taken care of. But how much man is literally is gonna feel the vibe to be with a woman that is 26 and already have 7 kids? Come on, ladies. What kind of example are you really setting? What kind of example are you really showing? A lot of you young females, all you know for do is dress up, look good, want to go on trips and all these things, but it coming like y'all don't have no proper thinking, no sense. "26 with 7 kids? Really? You don't use protection? You don't use none to prevent yourself from getting pregnant? So what about AIDS? What about cancer? What about these diseases that they got into the world? Cause sometimes it couldn't only be children you get. You could get a disease. You could get some kind of farmer disease to kill you. You just going around opening your foot with any man and just taking wood and letting these men come in you. And then a lot of these stupid dudes out there that is getting me vexed and all. Some of y'all is so stupid. You're running from child support. When a girl said, "Oh, yo, I'm pregnant by you," the first thing, "No, that is not my baby. Yo, you crazy? That's not my child." And then you got to meet for Maury. You got to go and do the DNA test. All these things, y'all dumb, stupid niggas. Wear a condom, bro. It's simple to avoid AIDS or any sexual transmitted disease. Also to provide child support. It's simple, bro. Yo, and I don't lie, G. Mado is not no lie. Mado said this is sad. She is in a bad spot. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. How much man who would really say, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," despite if you don't want, despite if you don't want, if you don't want your child to be taken care of by a man, still you having 7 kids, and a dude see you and he start talking and he hear you got 7 kids, that gonna throw a nigga off. Why doing with a woman with 7 children? I mean, she ain't got none for me as yet. It's no disrespect. What am I doing with a woman that have 7 kids and none of these kids ain't mine? She don't have a kid for me as yet. Yes, I know they got good Samaritans out there that would take that journey and go down that road, but God go with you. I know a lot of men is going to see that as a red flag. A lot of men is going to see this as a red flag, bro. A lot of these young ladies of today, like, they're not thinking. And I know she's not the only one in this position at this age, 26 with 7 kids. Chat, y'all talk to me. Let's hear what she say.
I didn't ask nobody to take care of my kids. I asked for y'all to, when y'all come in my DM, to be ready to provide a little something for me. All I said was I needed my nails done and I need a new oil change. Y'all can't do that. Men are supposed to be providers, right? And women are supposed to be the nurturers. Why y'all don't want to provide?
Because you put yourself in a fucked up position. Even if a man want to provide for you, the 7 kids is gonna shadow you. It's gonna make him feel like, "Oh, scrub by now. Something ain't right." You know what I mean, Mado?
My 7 kids are good though. Let's go ahead and get that straight. My 7 kids are good. I get like $2,100 in food stamps, and my kids get Medicaid insurance. I'm not asking y'all to take care of my kids, and 4 of them have daddies. So let's not. I said me. That's it. That's all.
4 of them got daddies. It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 of them got daddy. The 3 don't have any. That's crazy.
Y'all kill me. Y'all think I'm gonna look this pretty and not have kids?
It's not nothing with you looking pretty and don't have kids. It's you being 26 with 7 kids. You're just 26. You don't reach 30, you don't reach 40, you don't reach 50. You would see, back in the days, around me grandmother, grandfather, and them time, you would see parents that you would hear some parents get 11, some parents get 16 children, some parents got 15, 12. That was back in them time. You don't find them thing in these time now. You don't find them thing in these time. I know I'm telling you. Straight. But it's a very serious situation whereby, you know what I mean, I can't take it. It's messed up, bro. It's messed up. It's real messed up. I don't say that how the father or the fathers of our children should be taking care of their children. You know what I mean? You gotta find a way they're saying. No, but basically she said that her kids is okay. Nothing wrong with her children them. Her children, she got like 2,100 food stamps every month or however long it stays there, you know what I mean? And that's something with America. I feel that's something with America make a lot of young females is reach into situations like this because, America would take care of the kids. Now, this is something that you wouldn't really find in certain countries. You would find it in France. I think it happens in London. And I think it happens in Canada. You know what I mean? Your kids, they make sure your kids okay. So, basically, what I see is that this is a slack point that makes a lot of women in America go through or put themselves through situations like this here. You know what I mean? Because whether they got a father or they don't have a father, you know what I mean, the government makes sure the kids are okay every month. You know what I mean? Even though when some daddy play games and they want to step up to the game or they don't even know who's the father. So I feel like it's something with the government, which is not a bad idea. I don't see it as something bad, but it's just a situation that it makes these young female do foolishness like this. You know what I mean? And it all comes from bad parenting at some time. It all comes from bad parenting at some times. I'm telling you guys. You know what I mean? For know that she's only 26. What kind of teaching she really get from her parents, from her mom? What kind of teaching she really get? Because obviously you could see that the teaching was not substantial. Because you're supposed to got more sense than that. At least me say you can't got 1 or 2 at the age of 20, 26, or even 3. You know what I mean? But 7, you still got to reach 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. What happened with all these rest of the years will come in? Now, if you meet a man now and he want to get kids, not only one, But 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. This done 10 children. And obviously any man that decide to play a role or play a part in your life, basically, like they always say, you gotta love, if you love the cow, you gotta love the calf. This is not what they say? Well, all right. So basically, you can have to start loving the calf and dealing for the 7 kids. Plus he 2 or he 3 will gonna make it 10. What gonna really happen there? This strain you put in on a man. Now I could understand if y'all get 10 kids together. Yeah, so you know you're billing as you get a child, you know what you're doing, you know what you're putting up, you know what's going on. But for a man to just come into your life, you have 7, then he give you 3, that's 10. That's gonna be a fucking strain. I'm not saying children is not a blessing or children shouldn't come into the world, but you got to think before you do fucking dumb stuff. Mother said, a man who distress a woman with good character. With good? Okay. The real thing. No joke. Yes, right, man. Real talk where they're saying. You ain't lying, fam. You ain't lying at all. Yeah, man. Yes, right? Shout out to everybody that definitely checking in. You know, you got pull the curtains down. I got bunks. I got left y'all. I got some stuff to go and deal with. Yeah, I don't know. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. I want to thank my brother Madhu, always there on the live. There's one thing I love with you, you know? Always there for support. You know what I mean? You know, you big up everybody. Yeah, you got the point where you're saying name Madhu. Yeah. You know what I mean? Any man that do the, you know, a good woman with character for real, the impression one would get of her is that she is, yeah. You know what I mean? Straight up. Yeah, man, big up to everybody that definitely checking, guys. I'm going to try to see if I could do a program later on tonight. Depends on how it goes. But if not, until Monday, again, 8 to 9 or 9:30, you don't know the thing already. Peace and love, guys. Yeah, we out here, so see you.